What's your thoughts, bro, on the Big Three, Ice Cube's basketball league? Are you a fan of the Big Three? Do you keep up with the Big Three at all?
So I'm trying not to sit up and let my. I'm trying to keep the media personality separate from the home fanboys situation.
Uh,
So
politically correct.
yeah, I'm trying to say politically correct. So I would say that everything is about opportunity, right? And I think that's what the Big Three has provided. It's provided opportunity now specifically because Hezzy God is on a tangent right now playing in the Big Three to where he probably wouldn't have got that, what I'm saying, if there wasn't a Big Three. It affords
Right.
an opportunity for, I don't want to call it has-beens, but for the people who's no longer in the league to that want to continue to show their skill to play. Like some people probably don't deserve that. Like, what I'm saying, Nick Young, why are you there? What I'm saying? But people like Catino Mobley and stuff like that who still get it in and what I'm saying, and showmanship and still play, where you got others that it seems like, okay, they bring a name to it. So I would say that I think it's good for basketball, even though Ice Cube thinks the NBA thinks differently. I think it's good for basketball because it provides another outlet for them, and an outlet because I mean one of their teams is the Aliens, which is a team of foreigners that
Yeah.
is playing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I see what they're doing again. I would look at it from the marketing and media aspect of it, and it's a model that potentially works. Now, how long will it work? I don't know. We see the evolution of it from when it first started to where it is now. Is there any other way? Any other way? Can it go any? Can it get any bigger? That part I don't know. But right now, I think it's playing this position.
The nigga Ice Cube to me is walking a fine line because I saw him doing an interview with Tucker Carlson and he was basically getting at Adam Silver in the NBA
Yeah,
talking
and
about
they
how
blocking them.
yeah they don't support him and
Mhm.
they talk about unity and black and equality and stuff like that, but it's just all cap. But I'm just tripping a little bit because I'm like Ice Cube, your damn organization is built off of the NBA. Like, let's be real. And what do
Correct.
you expect them to give you or show you in support? It ain't like you're a sanctioned entity of the NBA. So I don't understand what Ice Cube is crying about, especially knowing the whole damn roster, the whole damn league is based off of former NBA players. So what else would you really be expecting?
I guess it's an extension. He wants that love. When you think about it, if it, in what we do, right, we would feel a certain type of way if as a collective, if we start a conglomerate or we start to be, and then next you know, ESPN, Fox, and all of them is blocking our potential sponsors, or if it even gives a remotely look like that, we start, you know what I'm saying, you start side eyeing, and so you start talking about it. Like, why is it every room is like we're putting up numbers, but yet every room we try to walk in, we're getting blackballed. Or they say we can't come in, and then you see everyone else walk in. So it starts, you know what I'm saying, it puts it into a perspective and kind of say,
So he is Ice Cube in this. His situation is two. It's two things he got to do. It's two things he got to do. So I don't know if y'all noticed. Y'all have heard this, but y'all can look it up. So the NBA and ESPN and a couple other companies, I believe Fox as well. They wanted to buy a percentage of his company, but he's a brother, right? So he wants to be 100% black owned, etc. But if you're going to get into this business and you want to flourish like you did because they've been successful, you're definitely going to, hey, why not give them 20%, 30%? Grow,
Mhm.
break
grow,
bread.
break bread because it take bread to make bread. But he's not looking at it from that perspective. He either got to do that or join the Illuminati and he'll be all right.
He said he ain't doing that, man. He said he
Exactly.
gonna.
That's what I'm saying. He either gotta give up a certain percentage because that's if he give up 30%, that 70% is gonna be way more than this 100% that he got now. But he's not looking at it from that aspect.
Right.
He's still on this. I gotta be an ownership. You're still gonna be majority owner. You're still gonna be majority owner. But if you want this to grow like you want it to grow, then hey, do either what I just said to do, and he'll be fine.
Yeah, see, he didn't say on his interviews. He said he was only. He said he was willing to give up 10%. See, he didn't. He didn't divulge that information. They wanted a bigger piece.
How long realistically though, Hank, do you think the big three is going to survive? Like how many more seasons do you give the big three? Or do you feel like this is something that can definitely go for much longer than it has?
Oh, yeah, I think it can work, man. Those players, there's a lot of players that want to go over there. Now, there's some that may not go because the NBA probably will block him, like a Dwight Howard or somebody like that. He still want to play in the league. So if he try to go to the big three, it's probably a wrap for him, you know. But I believe the league it's a creative format. But what Cube is complaining about is them blocking his avenues for revenue, trying to get deals and stuff. And I can see why Adam Silver's probably doing it. He don't want them to mess with the summer league, the WNBA, and all the entities, and he doesn't want to give up a bigger percentage of the pie. That's probably why they're blocking the league right now, as far as behind the scenes.
And he doesn't want, and a lot of the affiliates that Ice Cube is trying to bring in too, he does not want that. Adam Silver doesn't want them affiliates attached to the NBA.
Yep,
it's huge.
And that's what some of the issue is. If he gives up, like BA was just saying, if you give up a certain percentage, that means you have to give up some of that as well. It's like they got a few niche things with the one-on-ones, the fireball, and all that type of stuff that might be assumed as being gimmicky. Because I don't know if y'all ever been to an ABA game, but saying some of the ABA games have stuff that you might seem to be gimmicky, but it works for their brand. It's a part of their brand as that organization. And so that's going to come with it. Like you might have to give some of that up. We don't want to do that. We want to have this type of look. And so he starts to lose some of that power in giving up a percentage, especially when, like you said, his 70% is greater than his 100%. It goes the same for that 30% for the NBA could be greater because in-state is, we're the NBA. This is what we have. This is what we can bring to the table. And so it's really a chess. At this point, it's chess, not checkers.
Yeah. And it's creative how he got it where there is no location. He goes wherever he wants to. He can float. That's why it's not like the Atlanta whatever. He just has the team name, and then they can go to every city to city and play. And that's probably because they don't have the sponsorship of the NBA that lock down cities. Right. So we can go overseas to China, anywhere and play.
So
France or London or something like that.
So this is something that I know he knows this because we all know Ice Cube is an intelligent guy. He's very intelligent. But until you get your own network, your own ESPN or any type of channel or network that you can get placed on normal television or on cable television, you
media rights.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're always going to be sunned until you actually break bread.
Yeah, you see the media rights tore a whole conference in college apart. Like the media rights itself, you'll break you,
bro. College looking weird now with these conferences.
Oh, yeah. Ice Cube gonna have to go all in. Like he gonna have to do so much to keep this thing going. I mean, even from a brand, social media being talked about perspective, like he can't be chasing ESPN and Fox Sports. Like I just saw him do a dope interview with Cameron and Mace. He gonna have to do things like that, like tap into more black or more small sports platforms to get that word out about the platform, the big three, and things that they got going on. So I mean, I wish him the best of luck, but I think he's fighting a fight that he ain't gonna win when he's trying to, throw that type of shade on the NBA, because the NBA might not show support to his situation, but we've seen the NBA show support to a lot of other black entities. So, it's weird, but we just got to wait and see how that play out.